Hey everybody, it's Kenneth again. Actually, I wanted to work on some pedal reviews for the last 2 weeks, but it turns out that some ideas are catching me up all the time, and I just wanted to tell you what happened. Because I think it could also be interesting for you. It's about songwriting. Some of you guys maybe know I'm still working on my second solo album. Since 2 years now, it seems like I never really finish a song, so I'm always working on new cool sounds and then I start writing songs. But I never do the opposite. It's much easier to write a song first from the beginning to the end, then hang out with your instruments and try to find the right sound for it. Yeah, it turns out that I cannot finish my songs because I try to write them while I'm producing. So I'm never really satisfied with the structure and with some sounds, with the mood, with where the song goes to. Yesterday I met a good friend of mine, Andy, some of you guys know him, and we were working on a song for his friend who is getting married. And there's not much time for both of us at the moment, so we need to be quick. And as he already finished the song some years ago with his friend together, it just took 2 hours and the song was finished. We recorded the complete song actually. So just 2 guitars, 2 vocal overdubs and some midi drums and a bass line that just came up accidentally. And yeah, everything was finished, and I was wondering why is that happening, because I'm working on so many songs for 2 years now and I don't seem to finish any one of them. So I think it could be a cool video to record a song from the beginning to the end that I've already written. Maybe, I will take a song that I finished 4 years ago and never recorded. I would like to see if it works, so I hope you have fun and let's see what happens. I know the chords, I know the structure, and I know the lyrics, and I also have the sound in my head. First thing I do is I tune my E string down to D, and the high E string I also tune down to D, so I have a tuning that's called double drop D. Then I can play cool, very full and cool sounding chords like this one here, or this one, or this one. And I like this riff. Then I wrote some lyrics over it. This is ours, is the sentence you wish me to say. And sometimes I notice that it's a bit too deep for my voice. So I will use this carbo duster here. This is so, this is so. This could be great, so I think 3 half notes could be great. This is ours, is the sentence you wish me to stay. I'm still not interested in living in a chain. I think I will go with this tuning. I really want to have the song straightforward, and it should be just a modern atmospheric rock song. I really like to use my TZ2 Guyatone Fuzz. It sounds like this. And I also like bit bending, so I will try this as well. Yeah, I just decided to use the plectrum again. I tried it without. I still think with fingers it sounds better. So, but the sound still is a bit too normal for my personal taste. So I like to use my Hardwire RV7 in the gated mode. So it's a gated reverb. It just does this here. It's slightly blended in, maybe 30%. It's in front of my fuzz, so the fuzz sound, the fuzz noise is a bit delayed now. And I like this. It also binds the whole chord changes. I think that's cool. I also need some delay. Just get some rhythm without doing much, and so it's also useful to connect the chords with some rhythm. I really like this. It's called tremolo delay, and it's just one setting on the Zoom MS50G, and I never heard something like this before, so I think I will use it because it sounds kind of interesting. So now I'm actually ready to draft the song just by recording the guitars. I will use Ableton. I use it for some years now, and I never changed it because I'm good with it. Some people are using Pro Tools or Cubase or Logic, and these are all very great DAWs, but I go with Ableton. I will just use this Shure MS58. Will send the sound of my amp into my Focusrite interface, and then I will record it here in Ableton. I already prepared 2 guitar tracks, one for the left side, one for the right side, to have stereo feeling. So I will do 2 takes, the more perfect the better. When I use delays, it's also important to know which tempo I will need, so I decided to use 112 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what I think will be the best tempi for the song. What's important for me is that I'm not too close to the amp, because the microphone will take notice of my strumming. I always need to turn my back to the amp, because otherwise you would hear the noise. And I will use headphones and I will turn off the monitors so that no other noise, just the guitar amp, will go into the microphone. Before I record, I need to figure out how much input goes into the microphone. An extreme example. So this is actually a bit too much. It's not a big problem, but it's better to have it in the near of -6 decibel, I would say. Well, yeah, I recorded now two guitar tracks for left and right. I did exactly the same. I left out the solo parts and made everything stereo and tiny bit EQ to know where I'm going to. And I think it sounds very, very warm and just perfect for a rock song. Well, here I programmed some MIDI drums, something that sounds more electronic because I want to step a little bit back from the typical rock sound. I just use a kick sample, a snare sample and a hi-hat sample, something very standard and electronic, something that I like. The kick is usually sometimes a bit crushed. This is why the kick is called here kick bit punch. Well, now I think it's time to record some bass. I still haven't recorded the solo guitar part, but I want to have the basics first. Now I have drums, I think I will need bass, then I have the guitar, and in the end there will be some solo parts. So I like using the Sodameiser as well for the bass guitar. It would sound very extreme. Without, it sounds like this. And sometimes I like using the TZ2 as well, like I did with the guitar first, then it sounds very extreme, but I like it. I have now the bass line finished, and yeah, there are two drums because I'm not sure which sound I would like to use. There's something more natural and something more electronic. At the moment I'm mixing both. It sounds that way. To this part I'm very happy with this song. To this part now I'm very, very happy with this song. I like this solo part here with the bass line. I will record now some lead guitars and yeah, it's not that much time that we have spent now, so I'm still excited. Well, I now recorded all the guitars, also yeah, the solo guitars, some add guitars for the verse, and it sounds like this right now. I have a little intro here at this point. Someone told me once that it's always the best to position the mic in the middle of the room that you have, because you would reduce the reflection of the walls that way. The problem I have here is, as you can see, my walls are kind of naked, and that's actually very deadly for a production at home. Best would be if you would have a bookshelf full of books, or maybe some blankets or something that would absorb the reverb that will happen here when I'm singing. But in my situation I don't have that right now. I will record in my DVX 286 mic preamp, where I have the possibility of a gate. So just the noise that is very near will go into the microphone, and everything that's happening here won't be there. So this is what I do at the moment, but in the future I would like to have more bookshelves here or so. Check, check, check. Now I have to balance how much input goes into the microphone, that it's not distorting at any point, and then I actually start to sing. This is ours is the sentence you wish me to stay, but I'm still not interested in living in your chains. Yeah, to set up the right input signal can sometimes be a bit difficult when you're recording alone, so this is my first try. As you can see, it's too much input, so sometimes the signal gets distorted. I would just make this input signal a bit quieter. I'm still not interested in living in your chains. So the signal is now much better. It's actually ideal for that what I want to do. The headphones are not completely covering my ears so that I can hear my own voice in the room. So singing felt very good right now. But I thought the refrain was a bit too soft, so it could be more. There could be more intention in it, more aggression, because the song is about leaving someone that doesn't deserve you. So I finished the vocals now. As you can see, I made 3 groups: one for the verse vocals, the refrain vocals, and also for the backing vocals. For each group I have sometimes 3, sometimes 4 tracks, just some possibilities that I can choose from. There's no effect on it now. I won't go by your side. I won't go. So this is how it sounds. Let's see where we can get from here. Well, so this is as far as I could get in 2 days, and I think never have completed a demo in that short time. So I think it's true, if you have written the song completely from the beginning to the end and then record it, that makes much more sense, because you don't stuck while producing an unfinished demo. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video, and I hope I see you next time. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. So see you later.